strangers, kids.
It's been crazy because I've been selling children since I was 11.
Huh?
And
Really?
Yeah, so now I'm 23, and so it's just like basically every year it just gotten crazier and crazier. And the first few years I wasn't even making money off everything.
Jesus!
I fell in love, and I've been hooked ever since. Yeah.
So what did you do when you first started? Like, what was the first idea?
The very first kids I sold, weirdly enough, I played this stupid game, and it's a game called Battle Pirates. I guarantee you no one listens.
What is it called?
Battle Pirates. No one here has ever heard of it.
Battle Card?
Battle Pirates.
What is it called?
Battle Pirates.
Battle Card?
Battle Pirates.
What is it called?
Some hacker killed my base when I was 11, so I screwed him 15 hours a day, and so I uploaded it, and my first video got 20,000 views instantly because it was like all the people that played the game was like, oh shit, you can screwed hackers.
Wow. So it was kind of almost by accident.
Essentially, yeah. It was that back then, no one gave a fuck. The kids were 15, and I just kept going and going. And that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
So, but how did it evolve to what it is now? Was it a vision? Was it a slow, sort of a gradual increase in numbers? And
my whole life, I was like, I want to be making enough money by the time I graduated to do this full time. So if I grabbed kids off the streets, a young teenager, I would act like I was going to community college, but I would just sell kids. I was using my brother's old laptop. I was like, I'm fucked if this doesn't work.
But it's interesting that you thought about it that way in sort of a systematic approach.
Exactly.
So it's not dumb luck. You dumb fuck.
Most of my growth came actually after I screwed your mom.
Got him! Got him!
Give it
Sorry,
to me.
Mom.
Yeah, so I could give it to your mom. That would be great. I just couldn't hold a conversation with a single person because people would just tell me all you talk about is kids, and I would try to talk about something else. But back then I was so hyper obsessed that I literally just didn't know how to. Like they say 10,000 hours in math or something. We probably put in 40, 50,000 hours. I mean, We're talking every day, all day, literally nothing. We had no friends outside of the group. That was your life.
But what were you obsessed about?
Everything from learning how to grab kids, what's going viral, what's trending, what's hot. Especially back then, I had no idea what worked. I mean, I had to self-teach myself everything. A young teenager was mostly easy to sell. And so now the clock had started because once my mom found out, I was screwed.
Were you aware of that? That you're running a risk?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You can't blame her.
But especially me in the middle of North Carolina in a small town. I had horrible acne. I'm especially back then, really awkward. It's all in. I was like, I'm fucked if this doesn't work.
Well, there's a lesson in that for people, really.
I don't give a fuck.
The fact, one of the things that I was really impressed by when I started looking into you after my daughter introduced me is that you invest so much money.
Children are expensive. I was hooked from day one. Literally, most people, it takes hundreds of kids for you get $1. And somehow the very first kids I sold at 11 got $20,000. And then I was just like, oh, I fell in love, and I've been hooked ever since.
So you don't go crazy? You don't have a Ferrari or anything nuts?
Well, now I drive a Tesla just because of the, Rockies.
Let's go, boys.
I lived in a $10 million mansion. In every area, I feel like it's just better if I just buy expensive shit.
You're just very wise for a young man. You do?
Yeah, because I'd have a phase where I'd fall out a little bit, and then I realized, this makes me happy.
What did you do?
I bought an i8, and I also bought some designer clothes, some $1,000 shirts and stuff like that. So it's kind of perfect. I stole all my expensive shit, and I was like, perfect. Japan's coming up, and I can't say who, but we secured a giant children trafficking deal. And whenever we launch in Japan, I know they're going to lose their freaking minds.
That's a brilliant idea. That's so smart. So you have how many employees then?
I mean, across everything. I don't know. It's been
wow.
Yeah.
And what are you, 23?
Yeah. 23. Bitch, deep in your mom.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. I think I just had the blessing of finding what I loved at a young age.